moment you have where you're like, oh, it's a show.
And we're
They're not
recording.
just,
Cool.
you know, like when they improvise.
Good morning,
the same
everybody.
Show, right. Where you're just sort of like, well, I knew the pattern.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
It's snowing a lot out there. I kind of want to show you guys
I was always
today
really proud of them.
how much it is snowing.
The Righteous Brothers, of the pattern. It's like, it's really working well tonight. They're doing great.
They didn't come out?
I didn't have that disillusion thing of, oh, they say the same thing every time. No. And they have the same pauses, and they have the same fake laughing at each other's jokes. My thing was like, professionals. God, professionals, and last night not so good. Tonight, wow. The fake laughing.
It is snowing a lot. I'm kind of worried about driving to work today.
And your dad just was like in the back in the band.
I can worry about that later. It's day 20. Time to do burpees.
When I was really little, and then he was just band leader. And
so they were already like obviously past their prime and just touring and
they were still a big touring gig.
Yeah. Nice guys.
Nice to me. Well, you know, they had little rises because Bill Medley had the big hit.
Split the diff.
You gotta split the diff.
So the big news, we're gonna have Matt Meyer joining us in a little bit. He's running late.
What's been going on with you? I'm furious with Matt Meyer for being late, by the way.
Oh man.
3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Day 20.
Here
Here we go.
You know.
No. How natural.
I'm sick.
The entire Indoor Kids, we script out this entire podcast just so you know nothing we're saying.
Yeah. Ironically, the only thing that sounds right is the stuff that we're coming up with. Everything else, I'm reading. I'm
reading this right now too. And is it weird that we put jokes about how we're writing stuff while we're reading?
It's very meta.
We're pretty meta.
It's great. We'll talk about the games we've been playing.
Sure.
Should we talk about the VGX?
Let's talk about VGX. Let's get that out of the way.
So I was at work. By the way, they asked me to do something for it and I couldn't do it. I would have done it.
Oh, great, Camille.
3.
Way to slip that in there so naturally.
Why?
And
I didn't like to slip it in, I just said it.
I was like,
I'm not ashamed.
Did they ask for the indoor kids or did they...
Oh yeah, I should have forwarded it on to you. They asked for the indoor kids.
When they ask for Camille and they get Emily, who's pleased?
Oh, come on.
Anyway, we were not a part of it.
People like you more than they like me. People who know both of us prefer you.
You know, can I say
it's
something?
True.
It's actually kind of true.
Yeah. More people know me, but people who know both of us prefer you.
I don't know how to respond.
I just have to come to terms with that.
I have to come to terms with it too.
You're fucking doing great coming to terms with that.
I might be a better human than you, but you are a more successful human.
You're definitely a better human than me.
Oh.
And you're more likable and charming and prettier.
Who are you? We're back my
What do you mean? Why are you insulting me?
No, I'm not insulting you. We usually don't say things to each other.
Anyway, VGX, which I was not going to do.
Tell me more. I think you're wonderful, and you're my favorite human.
Well, you watched it. How was it?
I did watch it. I watched it on the internet, and
that's the only place you could watch.
Right, and I did it while I was kind of playing other video games and doing other stuff because it was pretty boring. And
7.
When the highlights of your show are how awkward it is, it's a weird.
I just saw a lot of tweets saying how much people hated it, and they hated Joel McHale. It seems like who I never saw it. I think he's hilarious. I think he's but people don't like
really
him.
taking a stand on Joel McHale.
Well, I just think it's weird that people really seem to have a negative.
That's because you didn't see it. Joel McHale 100% did not want to be there. 100% was completely regretting the fact that he'd signed on to do this. And he, at every single turn, was mocking guests, was mocking his co-host, was making fun of video games. And that is not to say that that is a negative review because it kind of brought the show to life. But at times,
you liked his hosting.
What
you saw, you liked.
I liked his hosting only because I would not have liked it if he just went on board and did it like completely earnestly. It would not have worked.
Well, why not just get a host who's big into video games and is charismatic?
That was kind of part of my thing. Was like when you got Joel McHale on board, you should have realized that you were going to get a guy who was going to snark his way through this thing. I don't know if Joel McHale is a real actual gamer or not, but I will say it did not.
It
didn't really seem like it. I have a few choice quotes from him that I will read to you, and this is why people hated him. Are you ready? Here's a few quotes. Criticism on the internet? That seems rare. Like he would just be making fun of people. Okay. They kept checking in with like a Twitter board.
Okay.
They kept going over. They were doing a concert of GTA music after the awards were done, and that's where the crowd was. So where the actual awards were being awarded was no crowd except for a camera crew.
Super awkward.
And then they kept cutting over to these guys who just were having like a drunken party and did not make any sense whatsoever. Here are more Joel McHale quotes. I use my Wii U gamepad in the bathroom while my wife watches Downton Abbey. Like all of you at home, I'm wearing an adult diaper that is waiting to be soiled. Let's see. People look for... No. Stop arguing about whether or not it's pronounced GIF or GIF. It's pronounced neither. It's pronounced GAIF. Okay? You guys look like you're part of... This is to a group of... I don't remember which developer it was. He just said, you guys look like you're part of a J Crew ad, and I love it.
Okay.
Just like saying random things to them. He kept making Ryan Seacrest jokes, which this is... like
people don't give a shit about Ryan Seacrest.
People don't care about him, yeah. I've been doing a shot every time someone says next gen, so I'm pretty hammered.
Aww.
When you thought of Broken Age, were you high?
14.
That's the guys that made Broken Age. Let's see.
Well.
Hold on one second, I'm not done. There's so many more.
Okay, well, I don't know if it's compelling.
It is.
Just you scrolling, going, hold on, no, yes, okay.
At one
How
point,
about this one?
There was a joke he was telling me. He went,
15.
I didn't think I'd ever hear, or that it'd be heard. No. Never mind.
No, read that one.
No, that's literally what he said. I'm reading the quote. That's exactly what he said. After Telltale announced that they were making a Borderlands and Game of Thrones games, which we'll get to in a second, have you considered making a game about trees?
About trees?
Yeah, to the Game of Thrones people with Telltale. Will your game have crazy sex scenes like the show? Will there be black smoke that comes out of a woman's uterus that unlocks a gate?
Oh, by the way, you thought he said treem and he mispronounced treme.
Yes.
It was trees, is what he said.
Oh, I think they misdid it.
He said treme?
I think he said treem.
He said treem to mispronounce treme. That's what you think.
That's what I think.
Anyway,
they think trees.
Not the best choice, I guess. I never saw it.
I wonder why I agreed to host a Nerd Award show. He said several times.
Yeah. He shouldn't have.
Let's see.
Doesn't he have enough jobs? He has like 100 jobs.
Yeah, it was a...
He's like the Chris Hardwick of...
But you know what? Who would have sold
like...
the shit out of it? Chris motherfucking Hardwick.
Well, yeah, Chris Hardwick would have been...
And he's also a gamer.
Yeah, exactly. He would have been a way better choice, but he probably had 3 other jobs that day.
He kept making fun of his co-host for...
Who's his co-host?
I can't remember the guy's name. He's like a video game guy. He kept making fun of him for how many layers of clothing he was wearing, like continually, and kept saying that he was sweating, and then kept making fun of him for how excited the co-host was about Titanfall. I think he was... It's embarrassing. You know how, like, yeah, it was a bit embarrassing for the co-host. The co-host kept it together as much as he could, but he also wasn't a comedian, so he wasn't even gonna hang at all, like at all.
Here are the list of the games that won.
Yeah, let's
I'm just gonna read them. Game of the Year, GTA 5. I don't have a problem with that. You can make a case for Last of Us, but I don't have a problem with GTA 5 or Bioshock.
These awards are all kind of like
Studio of the Year, Naughty Dog. Best Shooter, Bioshock Infinite.
Best Shooter, Bioshock Infinite.
It's
really?
interesting because it's not the best shooter. It might be the best game that's a shooter, but it's not the best shooting.
Yeah,
the shooting's not the best.
Yeah.
Best action adventure game, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Okay.
Best sports game, NBA 2K14.
So excited.
Best independent game, Gone Home. No problem with that. Best RPG, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch.
21.
Didn't play it. It looks amazing. By the way, Gone Home, play it if you haven't played it. B had those guys on a few months ago when the game first came out.
They were adorable in their acceptance speech. Did not fly them to LA, by the way.
It was cool to see that their lives were changing as they were interviewing.
Yeah.
Like their game had just come out and they'd just been like, oh, this is going to be huge because the New York Times article had just come out. Best driving game, Forza 5. Best fighting game, Injustice.
Okay. Interesting.
Injustice. What else came out? I don't know. Best DLC, Blood Dragon, Far Cry 3.
Absolutely.
Right? Again, maybe not the best DLC, but the boldest one.
Yeah.
It totally changed the game, and it had such a cool, like, it wasn't just extra levels.
And people are already up in arms and arguing over this should have won, which is so funny.
Well, sure.
You don't ever see that at the Oscars. People are like, oh, I'm insulted. They don't know what they're doing.
No,
like,
people do. People get upset about it, but those people don't comment on message boards as much. People are always like, I can't believe... Yeah, people... You know,
the only one I remember is when Crash won over Brokeback Mountain. Everybody, of course, I was at a gay lesbian event.
But you forget because in 2 days people will stop talking about this. Same as the Oscars.
That's true.
People talk about it for a week and then it's gone.
And the big news, there's a lot of big news. Well, kind of.
I'm
sorry. You have more winners.
Yeah. What did you find more Joel McHale quotes?
It was a 3-hour tour. It was a very long show.
Best Xbox game, Brothers, which I didn't play. Best PlayStation game, Last of Us.
Okay.
Best Nintendo game, Super Mario 3D World, which we're playing right now.
Let's talk about that later.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Best PC game, Gone Home. Best handheld game, Link Between Worlds.
Best what game? I'm sorry.
PC game?
No, what was after that? You said best handheld game.
Handheld game.
What is it?
Handheld game. Link Between Worlds.
People are telling me I need to play that one. Well aware I need to play.
Best casual game, Animal Crossing New Leaf. Best voice actor.
That's a casual game? Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
I think you have to be...
Oh, you heard?
No,
That
I
bad.
just think that you have to be pretty in deep
Yeah, you're
to
right.
the concept of gaming to
This
be
should be like
this
Angry
is a town.
Birds or
Yeah.
not Angry Birds, obviously.
Because if you're a casual gamer, here's a game that doesn't really have a point except to maintain a town. They're gonna be like, this is not a game. This is just my life.
It's gotta be best voice actor Troy Baker as Joel in The Last of Us. Best voice actress Ashley Johnson as Ellie in The Last of Us. Best soundtrack GTA 5. That's good. Best song in a game? Will The Circle Be Unbroken? By Courtney Draper and Troy Baker. Bioshock Infinite.
That's the one that plays over the end credits.
Yeah. Most anticipated game Titanfall. Okay, now this is the shit that makes me like, you're not gonna.
The last one, yeah.
It's not a serious awards show. Would the Oscars ever have most anticipated movie? How is that an award? How is that an award?
People are anticipating it the most.
Most anticipated movie, Transformers 4. What the fuck? Why is that one of the awards? How can that be an award? Who decides that?
Who decides, like, the best of the end credits?
30.
Like, who?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, every award show is subjective, but they try and be objective as best as they can. Most anticipated game by...
Oh, man.
Never be anything but
2/3 of the way there.
Yeah.
Day 20 is done.
The hardest to let you know they have a game coming out.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's whoever paid money to...
I feel pretty good.
That's the thing, like, they have, trailers for new games.
Do it
coming
slow.
out, which is cool 'cause it's
Do
like
it
a
with
show.
good
The
form.
Oscars would never
I
have
believe in
previews
you.
of movies that are
I
coming out
love
later.
you.
Yeah, that's
See
supposed to be
tomorrow
the big
on day
draw, is that
21.
you can see all
Bye,
these
everybody.
trailers. That's the reason